This nigga don't want to let me out my contract. Fucking, I'm telling the whole world. Knit the Grit, you heard? Himself, snaky ass, don't want to let me out my contract because you know I'm about to pass all you niggas, man. Lord. Fetty Wap, where the fuck are you? I'm at your fucking house. And I got my niggas with me, so none of you niggas from the Pettins who try to jump me. Come outside, my nigga, you heard? You ain't in town, tell your bitch come outside. She tougher than you anyway.
It's your Woody Akademiks, and check it out, because come on, Pete Ice, knock it the fuck off, man. We saw what happened to Stitches. Now, listen, I agree. You probably have a million goons out there, but here's the thing, okay? We don't need people doing this in hip-hop, okay? We get it. You have a legitimate problem, which we're about to talk about, but running up on somebody's crib is pretty much asking to get killed, okay? Somebody comes, this ain't high school, okay? Running up with a bunch of people to somebody's house, you're basically saying, I'm giving you the right, once I start trespassing, shoot my ass, okay? Now, secondly, and this is the big problem that it appears that P. Dice has. If you guys don't know who P. Dice is, he's a former Remy boy. They pretty much kicked him from the group. They say he was doing a couple of things behind their back. He disagrees. He says, yo, there was a beef with another guy from Newark, New Jersey, and the guy name is Tax G. He said, basically, that beef had Fetty Wap so shook, he said, fuck all of this. I'll drop the nigga you got beef with because I don't want problems with you. That sounds a little bit spooky. But pretty much, after being dropped from the group, he's trying to do a couple other things. He put out a new mixtape. It's called P-Bola. I mean, some people are feeling it. Some people, hey, it's whatever. You know what I mean? But he's continuing his career on a solo capacity. Now, of course, before he could sign to another label, before he could put out projects commercially, he has to be completely free from a contract he signed before with the Remy Boys. Now, apparently, Knit the Grit, and Knit the Grit's the guy who's like running the whole operation over like the Remy Boys and really kind of overseeing everything going on with Fetty Wap. He has P. Dice on paperwork, okay? And basically, I guess he has not released him as of yet. Now, let's talk business, because the easy thing to say is that, man, if you dropped him from the group, let him out of his contract, right? But you got to imagine, this is a lot of money being invested in a lot of guys, right? P. Dice was on a song with Fetty Wap that was a top 10 song in the country. That's a lot of promo. We know his name, and the reason why we're talking about him now is because of that song. They're not just going to be like, okay, just let him out the fucking contract and let him go. They're probably saying he's worth a little bit of something, okay? So they're probably saying, we got to wait till somebody buys your contract out. We're not going to just let you walk free. And to add to it, the fact that you were kind of talking slick about Fetty Wap, we're definitely not going to let you just walk for free. So perhaps that's what it is. Now, him running up on Fetty Wap's house, that's not how you get out of contract. That's how they fuck you over even more. You know what I mean? So I would really suggest to him to try to come to some type of happy medium with him and Knit the Grit or even Fetty Wap to get released, okay? Perhaps it's going to be somebody have to buy it out. Perhaps there's some other obligation that needs to be completed before that's the case. Now, if it does not work, and maybe that's the point that P. Dice is at. Maybe like he tried to work with Knit the Grit, and Knit the Grit's saying, no, nigga, we're keeping you in this contract because we want your career to suffer. Okay, if that's the case, I could kind of understand it, but why really put or broadcast a crime on Instagram? Okay, if you're about to do something, if you're about to run up on a nigga, right? You don't put it on fucking Instagram where the police is fucking eating popcorn and scrolling through your page. Do it, okay? Don't broadcast it. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Hopefully these guys do work it out. I think there's a space. Yo, listen, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the New York, New Jersey, or even Philly music scene. Yo, there's a spot for everybody to come up. I hate when these artists are acting like, yo, because he's popping, I can't get on. Or if anybody, I'm not even like pointing anyone out, but if anyone has the mentality to say, well, if I'm popping, someone else can't come up. No, there's a lot of different lanes, and we've seen that before. You just got to get hot. Now, what other rapper or other rappers usually try to say is that, yo, you could get hot, but don't use my name getting hot, okay? Because I got hot on my own. I never call nobody's name. Don't call my name. So that's where some friction comes into play. Hopefully they figure it out, and hopefully he gets out of his contract, because believe me, when you're caught in a bad situation and you can't really put out projects as you would and earn money, you will get frustrated. When people get frustrated, they do crime. That's what it is. Get a comment box, man. You guys like? Definitely subscribe to Woody Akademiks, man. I'm out.